Hi guys, it's Natalie and welcome to Best of 2020. I'm just gonna be honest. This is my third time filming this and on an entirely different day. And if that doesn't perfectly describe how 2020 feels, then I don't know what does. This year, one of the things that brought me joy, probably the biggest thing that brought me joy this year, was makeup and just really doing my makeup and purchasing makeup and finding out new makeup things that I like and all sorts of makeup stuff. So today we're going to talk about the past 12 months, the makeup that has been the best. Before we get into it, don't forget to like this video and hit the subscribe button down below. First, we're going to talk about eyes because eyeshadow is my favorite thing. It's the thing that I purchase the most of. It's the thing that just is my favorite. I love doing my eyeshadow. I wish I had more eyes to do more eyeshadow. The formula that takes the cake for this year as being just the #1 formula, Natasha Denona. I already spoken on this palette a bit, but this is the gold palette, and it's just a stunning eyeshadow palette. This has so many different textures. The color selection and the tones are what really makes it unique in my opinion, and her formula is just so pigmented and buttery and blendable and amazing. And so this palette just is my perfect neutral palette. It's got a little bit of pops of color, some duochrome, some fun things, and it's just a really gorgeous palette with a stunning formula. Her other palette that I used a lot this year was the mini gold, which contains all different shades from the full size gold, but still has that kind of like feeling of like the mustards and golds and those sort of things. But this one has more of a green tone to it, which is just my favorite. I love green eyeshadow. This one is just like an olive khaki like dream. It's so good, and this one has the quality of the full-size palette. This is no surprise. Pat McGrath. Pat McGrath's palettes are just amazing. They're a luxury treat, and there's just a gorgeous special quality to her special shades that are the sort of sparkly baked formula. But these palettes were quads that she came out with last year, and I used these so much this year. I just love the sparkles in them. They are so stunning, and they're just really gorgeous. I ended up using this rose one a lot more than I thought I would. These are just such gorgeous tones, and the different colors of glitters in them is what makes them really unique. And of course her full-size Mothership palettes. This one I get so much use out of. This is the Mothership 5. I'm pretty sure it's called Bronze Seduction, but this one is just Warm Tone Dream. I just love the special shades in here as well, but also the like 6 more like normal shades that are like mattes and metallics are just so good in this one. They are really, really good, and I just love this taupe shade so much. And this one I got more recently, so I'm not going to talk about it too much, but this is the Divine Rose 2, and it has this multi-chrome in it. Look at it. But it goes from hot pink to gold to green, which is such a stunning shift. And the mattes in this one are really pretty, although there's only 2, and I actually love these metallics in here, the kind of like pink tones, and they blend really well. They're just amazing and pigmented, and they wear super nicely. It's just, Pat McGrath is amazing. This is another luxury item that I got last holiday season. This is the Tom Ford Soleil et Lune eye quad, and these are those kind of baked wet to dry formulas. Oops. Come with these little useless brushes, which I think are funny. This quad is so stunning. These have a little bit of like a glossy sparkle to them. It's really interesting, and this taupe shade is so stunning. I love the like gray with the silver reflex. And then this like light beige is such a perfect highlighter. It's been my go-to eye highlight for like the whole year. I've used it with almost every eye look. It's just so glossy and just gives a little bit of brightness. For brights, this Huda Beauty Neon Orange palette is so good. I love the colors in here. If I can get it open. They're so good for neons. They're really punchy. They have a lot of color to them. They're very vibrant, and I love the shimmers in here because they're kind of glittery, and that's just my favorite sort of shimmery eyeshadow. But this is something that really got me into color more at the beginning of the year. I was often afraid to wear like super colorful eyeshadow, and this is a palette that really got me out of my comfort zone, and I did a lot of neon looks this year and then a lot of really colorful looks, and this palette kind of sparked that initial love for me. For color, the J. Kissa X Elf To the Rescue palette. This is like a really perfect rainbow palette. There's a row of shimmers, a row of kind of deeper rainbow colors, and then a row of like true rainbow tones. And this one's just so good, and especially for like Elf at the drugstore, like it's kind of ridiculous. But they're just so good, and honestly they do compare to like something you'd find at Sephora in terms of a rainbow shadow, and I just thought this was such a really gorgeous collaboration and such a wonderful color story, and it just inspired me and I really liked it. And also the stickers. It came with stickers and you could decorate the front of it, and that's my favorite thing. There was a lot of ColourPop this year, and I love ColourPop, and there's so many ColourPop palettes that I love and I have, but this one was the best one of the year. This one was so good. This might be the best ColourPop palette of all time. This is the Robbie D. Christie collaboration called At Forest Sight, and this is like the grungy rainbow, like Natasha Denona Safari. Color story is amazing, and the formula is so amazing for ColourPop. It's crazy. These mattes are all super pigmented, really blendable. A lot of them are really buttery as well. The two metallics here are so good. They're sparkly and beautiful and stunning, and I love them. And this palette really is just so good. It's so good. There were a lot of really pretty single eyeshadows and kind of like eye toppers this year, which is a product that I love and I always gravitate towards, but these ones were just my favorites and I used them so much. This one, the Chantecaille Luminescent Eye Shade in Rhinoceros, which is a kind of olive undertone taupe, and it has a sparkle in it. There's like green and gold and silver glitters in it. It's so stunning and sparkly, and I just really like these little shadows. They're like a little treat. This one is from Victoria Beckham Beauty. This is the Lid Luster in the shade Mink, which is also that sort of taupe shade, but this one's more of a brown undertone and it has silver glitter in it, and it's so gorgeous, smudged all over the lid. This was just my go-to like one and done sparkly smoky eye shade, and these are really cool because they're kind of like pressed in the little pot, and I love the packaging on these because they're really low profile, and so I can get my finger in them, which I cannot say for most potted products because of like my fingernails, but it's actually so stunning and gorgeous, and this was a really amazing brand this year as well. Highlighter is one of those things that I just love endlessly, and I was expecting to talk about a lot because I have so many that I used, but really there was only one that I just kept using all the time, and that's this one from Dior. This is the Dior Backstage Glow Face Palette in the shade Universal, and this one is just perfect. It's so good, and these have that glossy kind of finish that I was talking about where they look really shiny but not like metallic and also not too subtle. So I like a really intense highlighter. I like something that's sparkly, and these have a really sophisticated sparkle to them. They're not like glittery, but the way they shine is just really beautiful, and definitely one of a kind. This formula is really, really nice. I like to mix these three shades together, the white, the gold, and the pink, but the darker shades are really nice for like a glowy blush topper, and I like that they have lots of colors of these to fit different skin tones as well. One of my favorite blush formulas of the year was the NARS Baked Gelée formula. This is the Hustle palette, and this is the Exposed palette. These have this Baked Gelée formula. It's kind of like a gel, but then it's shiny and is a little bit stiff, so it goes on more sheer rather than like really pigmented right away. And these are so stunning. They have a very skin-like finish to them. They're just really shiny and glossy and really pretty, and none of them are permanent to NARS collection, which breaks my heart. They only do these for like holiday releases and like seasonal releases. This one was like a spring one, I think, but they didn't even come out with any for this holiday season, which is such a bummer. But these are so gorgeous, and also NARS kills it with the packaging. In terms of a single cream blush, the Tower 28 Beach Please in Magic Hour was just my go-to glossy cream, just beige goodness. I really like this formula because it has a kind of stiffer gel consistency, so even though it is a cream, it's not like tacky on the skin, like your hair is not going to get stuck to it, and it just sits really beautifully and has, once again, that really skin-like finish, but it is a cream and it's really gorgeous. These are really, really nice, and they need more colors because the other ones are all kind of vibrant and this is the more neutral one that they have, and I would just like some more. My most used single blush of the year is definitely this Patrick Ta blush in She's Adorable. This is the Velvet blush from the Monochrome Moment collection. This was like the first blushes that he came out with, and this one is such a gorgeous color and tone, and the sheen that it has is just this really subtle gold pearlescence. It's not like gold, and it's not like a shift or like glittery flecks. It's just like a sheen, and it's so stunning. It has that sheerness where it looks skin-like as well, and this one's just really gorgeous. The other ones I'm pretty sure are all matte, and this is the one with the like pearl in it, but this one's so good, and I love the tone. It's kind of like a rosy, rusty coral, and it's just my perfect blush shade. It goes with everything. In terms of big face palettes, I can't not mention this Natasha Denona Diamond and Blush highlighting palette in Daria. This one is so stunning. I love this one. I use this all the time, mostly because the giant mirror in it is excellent. It's really just a great mirror, and I just take it out to use the mirror a lot. But it's been half off like all year at Sephora, and I was just getting it for that price. It's the price I got it for. I don't know if she's discontinuing these or coming out with smaller ones or something, but the formulas in here are so nice, and especially these creams, this cream blush and the cream glow base. These are like glossy, but they're not tacky, and they're just extremely skin-like. It's really, really nice. And the blush in here has a really pretty silver pearl to it, and the highlights are also really good. I have always really loved Natasha Denona highlighters, and the diamond glow powder in here, the like sparkly one, is such a pretty glitter highlight. I love glitter highlight. I love glitter, and this one's just a really excellent glitter highlighter. For matte lipsticks, I think Lisa Eldridge, she just knocked it out of the park. Her lipsticks are so good, and they get hyped for a good reason. They're called velvets, and they have a glowing matte finish to them, and I don't really like matte lipsticks. I never liked liquid lipsticks and all those sorts of things, but these are the mattes that if I'm gonna wear a matte, it's gonna be these. They are just so stunning, and this shade Velvet Muse became just like my favorite dark nude. This is just my perfect nude shade, and these are just, she knows things about undertones, and I've said it before, but it's so good. And this one, Velvet Decade, literally made me fall in love with brown lips. I used to hate brown lipstick on me, but this one looks so stunning, and it's just an amazing color, and I love how they flatter everyone. It's really gorgeous. The shade Velvet Blush is one of her newer shades, and it's my perfect My Lips But Better shade. It's so stunning, and I'll get to what's on my lips in a second, but these are so good, and for good reason they get the hype. This is what I'm wearing right now. This is the Lisa Eldridge lip gloss in the shade Blush, and these are so good. I literally cannot get enough of this lip gloss. It's excellent. It became an instant go-to as soon as I got it. The formula of these is like a lip oil, but like in a gel kind of way. It's really, it's really unique. It's really gorgeous. It's stunning. It's everything. And this color is just my favorite color. It's my favorite color of all time. I never thought I would love a lip product this much, but this is just so amazing. Even though it came into my life a little bit later in the year, it just became the only thing I wanted to put on my lips, and it just feels so good, and it's so nice, especially right now with like winter and being inside and everything's all dry and gross. This is like a lip treatment. It's amazing, and the pigment is lovely. It's not too sheer, it's not too opaque, it's just that kind of perfect medium consistency, and it's so pretty. I love these. I love these so much, and I want her to restock them soon. This lip gloss, I don't know if I ever spoke about this like ever, but this is the Tom Ford Gloss Luxe in the shade 04X Squeeze, and I'm positive they're discontinuing these because they're like half off everywhere, and the half off price is actually a good deal, so I was just going for them now. But this is just such a gorgeous berry tone, and I wore this so much in the first half of the year. This has the same kind of thing with the Lisa Eldridge lipstick where it has like different kinds of butters in it, and it ends up feeling a little bit more like a lip treatment even though it has a good amount of pigment to it. I just really loved these, and I wore this so much. It's just such a great berry color, and I like berry tones, but this one is just like my favorite berry shade ever. Of course, the Tower 28 lip glosses, I've literally never shut up about these, and it's because they're actually that good. They're a jelly consistency. They're just really sheer and really shiny, and they're really nice on their own, like especially this red one is quite pigmented, but this clear one is great for just popping on like literally any other lip product or like lip balm or something. Like they're just really pretty. They're also not like sticky at all, because these are like some of the glossiest glosses that I've ever tried, and they are just not sticky or tacky. They don't do that like stringy thing that some really glossy glosses do, and they're just not like glue on your lips like some other ones. They're just really comfortable. They feel kind of like an oil. They have like a coconut oil smell. Like I think there's a decent amount of coconut oil in these, but they have that kind of oil consistency, but then they're still super glossy, so I really love these. This year for me was totally the year of lip liner, and I used to hate wearing lip liner. I just didn't really find the shape for my lips that was the most flattering until this year, and after I discovered that lip liner just makes putting on lip gloss so much easier, I just was wearing lip liner with every lip gloss this whole year. And these ones are the ColourPop ones. They're a little bit like lipsticky in that they're super opaque straight away, and they don't really set down. They kind of are a little bit more creamy, which is nice for like a little bit of a blended lip situation. But the Pat McGrath and the Lisa Eldridge ones are my preferred formula for lip liner. These will last you through a meal. It's crazy. They don't leave you. You're gonna line your lips with these and like they're never leaving. They stay on for a really long time. But it's really nice because you get that lip line that looks really pretty, and they're also like, especially the Lisa Eldridge one is not like extremely pigmented straight out the gate. It's just like gives you a good wash of color and that definition, which is really pretty. And I just feel like I can't put on lip gloss anymore without lip liner. For lip balm, this was the lip balm that I reached for all the time, the Laneige Lip Glowy Balm in Peach. These are really glossy, which is really cute for a lip balm because you can just kind of like throw them on. This one has a little bit of color to it, but like not really anything noticeable on my lips. And it smells like peach rings. And it's moisturizing. I just put it on before doing my makeup or in the morning or at night if my lips are chapped or something. And it's just my favorite lip balm. For eyebrows, this is ridiculous. This is a $3 eyebrow pencil from e.l.f. in the shade Deep Brown. It is my perfect brow color. My struggle to find my perfect brow color is so difficult. I end up just mixing eyeshadows most often in the past, but this I've used all year and I'm almost done with it. I need to get another, but it's so good for that powdery kind of like lightly soft brow. You can't get brow strokes with this or something like that if you like that like really defined hair-like stroke brow. I prefer just more of like a soft filled in brow. This is really nice if you do just like to do a little sparse area fill-in or something. I really like this. And for mascara of the year, this is the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise. I've used this for a really long time, like since it came out, and I just think this is the best one. I keep coming back to it after trying other mascaras, and especially in the Blackest Black shade. It's just really nice, and it does volume and length, which I need. I have kind of like puny lashes. I just think that it does the best lashes. I don't like to wear falsies, so I have to let the mascara do the work, and this one's just the one I keep putting on again and again. Last but not least are brushes. You can't do your makeup without brushes, in my opinion, and these BH Cosmetics brushes really surprised me. This is from a set. There's like a bunch more in it, but they have so many little sets of mixtures of eye brushes and face brushes, and they're only like $20-something, and you get so many brushes in them, so it's a really good deal. And the brushes are actually super good, and they're also really cute. But these ones were just the ones I used so much this year. This became my go-to blush brush, this one for highlight, and these for eyes. This kind of shape is so good for like inner corner and brow bone highlight. And then these ones are also really nice blending brushes. So I was really surprised by how good these were, and I used them a ton. And this video cannot end without me mentioning my gorgeous little Sonia Kashuk brush. This is the Detail Smudge. I don't know, but it's this teeny tiny brush, and it's perfect for putting stuff in the outer corner and for smudging the lower lash line. It's just, I end up using it with literally every eye look, and it's just really, really good, and it feels so soft. It's a lovely brush, and it's from Target, so that's it. Those were my most used and best of products for the year of 2020. I know that this year has been difficult for a lot of people, and I hope that if you like makeup, you can find joy in makeup throughout difficult times. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for starting on my channel this year, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!